Hey guys, what is up? Lindsay here. Ooh, the light looks really good right now. Anyways, video on why we chose to foster or adopt through the foster care. And I figured, yes, I'm writing blogs like this, but also too for the people who might want to watch the video version, plus two, I'm a little bit more animated than maybe I am in my blog post. So for anybody who actually wants to watch me rant and rave and get all crazy when I start talking shit or tell you the process, or maybe I get emotional, I don't really know. Never been through this, so here we go. So why we chose to adopt through the foster care. So obviously there's different avenues we could have gone. We could have done private adoption, we could have done domestic, or we could have done fostering and adopt through foster. I do want to rewind. I do have a biological daughter. Her name is Jo. We call her Jo. Her name is actual Jaden. She is 12. So she, so I had her. And I also was diagnosed with stage 4 endometriosis. It was actually attached to my abdomen. I had to have surgery to have it removed. They actually thought it was cancer, just because how gnarly it was and how big it was, but it ended up coming back as endometriosis. So I have that. And then ever since I've been diagnosed, haven't been able to get pregnant again. And so my husband and I were actually trying to get pregnant so we can have a biological kid, and that did not work. So we weighed out our options, whether we wanted to do private, domestic, or foster to adopt. And I've always wanted to foster from, obviously, the foster care system. I've wanted to adopt. I wanted to take care of a kid. I used to be a mentor to younger kids or kids in high school when I graduated from high school. Just because that's something that I was always passionate about and something I've always wanted to do. So when we couldn't have a kid, and I'm thinking, oh, we should just go ahead and adopt through the foster care, right? And luckily Rob was on board. And so I started researching everything that we had to do, because we did weigh our options. Did we want to do, go through, infertility treatments or anything like that? And to be honest, I didn't really want to go through that. It just wasn't something that interested me, and luckily Rob was kind of on board. We also looked at a private adoption, but private adoption, is expensive. It's a lot more expensive than what people think, and it's not a done deal as much as people think. People think that you throw in your money, you go talk with a parent, and you get that kid. That is not always the case. Each state has their different laws and regulations and what the bio mom can or cannot do. It is just as trying, just as stressful, just whatever. But you do get an actual baby out of it. So that was something that we looked into, but we decided not to do that just because of the cost. To be honest, we just weren't really interested on spending a lot of money on getting kids added to our family. We could have chose international. I think I said domestic earlier, sorry, but international. Adopting international kids, to be honest, didn't really interest me either. There are tons of kids here in the United States that actually need a loving home. They need a forever home. They need parents who will actually care for them. They need to know what love is like. So before I even think about getting a kid internationally, I'm going to go through the foster care system. So that's why we settled. That's why we are adopting through the foster care. And oh man, it is hard. It honestly is hard because you have to do, there's just so many things involved with fostering. You have to find a licensing agency. You have to find the right fit. You have to take classes. There are so many classes you have to take. Now you can take some of those classes online. That was not an option when we went. So we had to adjust our whole schedule and everything so we can attend these classes, because if you don't attend the classes, you don't get licensed. We had to get our fingerprint cards. We had to go through home inspections. We had to go through everything and anything under the sun in order to get licensed. And to be honest, our experience isn't always the norm, but we actually ended up having to transfer our license with another agency because the agency that we initially went through just wasn't filling our needs or anything like that. So that is why we chose to adopt through the foster care system. And plus two, it's something I've always wanted to do. There's so many kids out there that are broken. There are so many kids out there that age out of the system. There's so many kids that become a statistic, and I wanted to just help a kid or two not become a statistic. So that is why, and I will make another video as well about going throughout the process, because it's a long journey. It is not short and sweet. By all means, it is not short and sweet. But see you later. Bye.